Yeah, poor Doctor Who. But this little story came along. Probably means absolutely nothing, but, it's interesting. Stargate producer wants Doctor Who amid David Tennant return reports. We certainly hope to have a discussion. So, after UK producers reportedly ran from the Doctor Who tender, Hollywood is raising its hand. Really? I didn't even know this. Oh, yeah. Some producers did say they would. I thought, specifically because they said, uh, BBC Studios was in the running to get it. Anyway, Dean Devlin, the producer and co-writer of Stargate and Independence Day and CEO of LA-based Electric Entertainment, confirms his company wants to make its pitch to the BBC once the bidding officially opens, though he shot down a report claiming talks are already happening. That report, via The Times, also claimed Devlin wants to bring back David Tennant as the Doctor, which for now remains firmly in the rumor column. Yeah, but it's thanks to the stupid bi-generation thing that that is very likely. Responding to the claims, Devlin told Radio Times in a statement, "It is untrue that we have had negotiations with the BBC, preliminary or otherwise. When the proper time comes, when they are prepared to speak with people, we certainly hope to have a discussion with them. The denial checks out on the timeline alone. The BBC hasn't opened the tender yet and says details will be announced in due course via its e-sourcing portal. So no production company can formally be in talks with anyone. So for the record, interest confirmed, negotiations denied." Devlin isn't being subtle about wanting it. He previously posted an AI-generated video on Facebook showing himself alongside various former Doctor Who actors on the TARDIS set, captioned, "So BBC is putting Doctor Who out to tender. Do you think they should partner with us at Electric Entertainment?" Electric Entertainment is the studio behind Leverage, The Librarians, The Ark, and Almost Paradise. And Devlin directed the Gerard Butler disaster flick Geostorm. Notably, Devlin has worked with Tennant before, directing him as the villain in the 2018 thriller Bad Samaritan. There's also a new wound driving all of this. Devlin and Roland Emmerich, who co-created the original 1994 Stargate film, were executive producers on Martin Jarrow's new Stargate series at Prime Video, which Amazon MGM abruptly canceled in June before filming even started, reportedly over concerns it wouldn't appeal beyond the franchise's existing fan base. That decision sparked the hashtag #SaveStargate fan revolt, which has since passed 100,000 petition signatures, flown a banner plane over Amazon MGM studios, and lit up a Times Square billboard. Franchise stars, including Robert Patrick, Michael Shanks, and Joe Flanagan, continue to back the campaign, which shows no sign of slowing down. In other words, Devlin just watched the studio shelve one legacy sci-fi franchise with a devoted fan base. Now he's chasing another one, sitting on the shelf. And this time, he wants to run the revival himself. Per the Times, Devlin believes reinstating Tennant as the Time Lord could help revive the show. Well, that was the idea recently, but since Devlin says no talks of any kind have taken place, treat the Tennant angle strictly as speculation for now. It's not a crazy idea, though. Thanks to the bi-generation, Tennant's 14th Doctor is still alive on Earth with a TARDIS of his own. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Giving any new producer a ready-made way to relaunch the series with his most popular modern star while skipping past the Ncuti Gatwa era and the unresolved Billy Piper regeneration cliffhanger. And whoever takes over inherits a show whose Disney-era relaunch failed to chart on Nielsen in the U.S. So most people never even saw it, so you're good. So pitching a return to the era fans actually watched is exactly what you'd expect from a Hollywood veteran. Devlin's interest matters because until now, the field looked empty. Deadline reported in June that 4 respected UK drama producers all balked at the tender, with one saying you would have to be mad to take the show on, and that Doctor Who may be shelved until 2028 at the earliest. And that's being rather bold, I think. The only confirmed bidder so far is BBC Studios, the corporation's commercial arm and the heavy favorite. CEO Tim Fussell told Deadline the studio has produced the show for 60 years, wants to produce it for 60 more, and is in it to win it. Former showrunners Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat, meanwhile, insist the show isn't canceled. It is, and argue the tender actually guarantees years of Doctor Who for whoever wins it. Yeah, but that would just be another reboot. Or revival, if you will. Yeah, rebooting overall, that's been tossed around too. And I'm like, The bigger picture hasn't changed. Doctor Who hasn't aired a new episode since Ncuti Gatwa's finale in May 1985. DP walked away and Davies and Bad Wolf exited as the BBC cancelled the 1986 Christmas special. That's right. Cancelled. There's no showrunner, no confirmed doctor, and nothing on the schedule beyond ancillary projects like the Fugitive Doctor Circuit Breaker event. That's what you give Joe Martin's doctor, huh? Yeah. While the BBC gets its paperwork in order, the tender hasn't even opened yet, but the campaigning clearly has. So anyway, there you go. The Independence Day guys. I don't want a shot at Doctor Who at this point. Sure, why not? But he does have a point that just forget about that other return of Tennant. This is the return of Tennant you want to see, and then have him do a couple of episodes and regenerate him into your new Doctor. You could do that. And I suppose just forget all the crap. Forget the Timeless Child. Forget about Ncuti Gatwa, Bi-Generation, and all that crap. You could even open it up with Tennant sleeping on Donna's couch and waking up saying he had this weird dream. And then he gets back in the TARDIS and goes on an adventure, you know? Something like that. It would be preferable that they retcon all that Timeless Child nonsense. And I just don't even bother. The whole Bi-Generation thing is crazy. It's nuts. And others think, hey, you could go into that and make that be the Valyard story, and that's who that was, and it was some sort of weird fluke as a result of the toy maker. And yeah, I suppose it's feasible that way, but man, these guys really paint themselves in a corner, yeah. But anyway, is any of this likely? No, BBC Studios is probably going to get it, and their best bet is to do shows that just don't acknowledge any of this. That's about it. It's pretty much what they'll do. Does it work? I doubt it. The time for that is already past. The damage is very severe to the heart of its lore. That's what makes it harder to do. Something like Star Trek, you can do that. You can do a new Star Trek show that just ignores all that Kurtzman stuff. And not a prequel. That's been ruined. You just forget about that and just go forward. And then you could do that. For Doctor Who, you destroyed his lore. It's like Star Wars. They destroyed its lore. So you got to address it to at least try. But they're just not in the position, really, I don't think, to ignore it completely. So it's a mess. It's a sad, terrible, unnecessary mess. Oh, well.